Hi, I'm the real Jason Duncan. Welcome back to Weekly Wisdom for Business Leaders. This is where we dive into a proverb a week and we look at the business application that King Solomon left for us as business leaders today in the year 2021. This week is week 9. We're going to talk about the concept of how matters. And this comes from Proverb 10:2 that says, "Treasures gained by wickedness do not profit, but righteousness delivers from death." Now, before we get into today's proverb, I want to talk about Results University. Results University launched in February 2021 as the world's premier online educational platform for entrepreneurs and business leaders just like you. So if you want a world-class education that doesn't cost a lot of money to learn how to be an entrepreneur, a business leader, to do sales better, to learn financial literacy, and even things like what we're doing in this Weekly Wisdom for Business Leaders about spirituality and faith, then go on over to resultsuniversity.org and click on the Enroll Now, and it'll tell you how to enroll. You can pick 3 different tuition levels you can enroll, and it starts as little as $97 a month. So that's something you can afford. You don't need to go spend $100,000 on a business education that you don't need. It's going to teach you impractical things. You need an education that's going to give you intelligence, financial literacy, sales, leadership, and entrepreneurialism. Go to resultsuniversity.org. Now on with the Weekly Wisdom Tip. Sometimes we wonder if there must be an easier way to make a profit. Are we missing something, we ask ourselves? Well, of course, there are probably a few ways we could increase profits that would require us to lie or to skew the numbers a bit. Our customers are never going to find out, right? Well, King Solomon reminds us here in this proverb that if we get profit, in other words, treasures, through wickedness, we will ultimately not profit at all. Sure, the short-term profit we might gain will feel nice. It'll increase our bottom line, but ultimately we will be found out, and the guilt and punishment associated with that guilt will catch up to us. On the other hand, this proverb reveals that righteousness, which means right living, delivers from death. And what that means is that if we commit ourselves to doing the right thing, we will be okay. Now, we might experience the short-term pain of not winning the deal or losing out on an opportunity, but we will have a clean and clear conscience. Now think about your life as a business leader. The people you lead are looking to you for guidance and advice, and sometimes they ask you straight up about things, but mostly they're watching. And they will make decisions about what is acceptable, what is expected, and what is condoned by your behaviors. And if you make decisions that seem to flirt with what Solomon calls here wickedness, then you're likely going to encourage your employees to do the same thing. And as the proverb makes clear, these short-term profits realized through actions that lack integrity will catch up to us and ultimately be our downfall. As a leader, I want to encourage you, make sure that you're living right. Your righteousness must be on full display for your employees so that they will understand the high level of integrity with which you operate. This isn't about being a goody two-shoes or flaunting your honesty as a badge of pride. Rather, it's about living right, doing the right things, and pursuing profit the right way. You can be sure that profits gained through dishonesty and lies will ultimately catch up with you. Maybe not today, or next week, or even this year, but ultimately they will. Live in such a way that you never have to worry about anything catching up with you. Live right, lead right, be honest, do the right thing. The profits gained through righteousness will lead us exactly where we want to go. I hope that helps you be a better leader this week. I'm the real Jason Duncan. This is Weekly Wisdom for Business Leaders. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/C for channel/The Real Jason Duncan. If you haven't checked out my LinkedIn or Instagram pages, you can follow me at The Real Jason Duncan. I'll see you next week, and until then, remember, Jesus is King.